So we got a new series on my channel, let's do this. You might notice today that today's image on my video looks a lot clearer. It's because it's being recorded on 4K on my iPhone 6s. So tell me down below in the comments if it looks any better. Obviously it's downscaled to 1080p just so it's easier to upload. But in theory I should look clearer and have more detail on my face. If this looks like rubbish, I will then go back to my DSLR. It's going to be hard with these videos. It's going to be hard to show you guys how I use my DSLR whilst filming my DSLR. So it's probably all going to be filmed on my iPhone anyway. You guys will just have to deal with it. Today's how-to topic is the rule of thirds. It's mainly used in video and photo production, and I'm going to explain the basics to you guys. Okay, so your camera display is split up by 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. Most DSLR cameras have this already set up. Some you have to really delve into the settings to find. It's well worth turning this feature on. Once you have the rule of third option on your screen, you can now position your objects in your frame along these lines. In my videos I mainly go for the central box, which is right in the middle of the 9 squares, as you're seeing now, and I do that with all of my tech videos basically, including most of the B-roll, but sometimes I set it to either the left or the right side of the frame. This can give it a different look and a different style to the video, and make your eyes focus on different things. It only really works if you put it on the left or right frame, if you want to show off more of a background, less of a foreground. Well, that's how I see it as when I'm filming for you guys. When you're framing your shots using the rule of thirds, be sure to think what objects are most important and put them directly or as close as you can to one of the vertical lines, and this will show off the object more than having it in the middle of one of the boxes. For instance, if you want to see this in practice, I lined the dog's eye up with the right line. This gives it a more cinematic look, like the dog staring into the distance, than just looking at me straight on with the camera. That sounded more creepy than I expected. Another example of this is having the cow situated on the left line, brings some more detail to the background. You can see the scenery around the object, not just the object as a close-up, almost tight macro shot. You get to see the landscape around it, you get a more feel for the shot. But the flower, I decided it would look great in the middle section of the rule of thirds. Just because it was the only option just because it's the only object in the frame, I thought it looked like the most important object that there was. So that's why it's in the middle. And because of the blurred background, we don't really want you seeing any of the scenery or background, we just want it associated on the foreground. That's mainly true of macro shots. Would you like me to do a how-to on macro? Comment down below, and you never know, it might be next week's video. But saying all this, the rule of thirds doesn't apply in every situation possible. Sometimes you have to break the rule, sometimes this can lead to a more interesting shot. But ultimately, if you're taking either a landscape photo or a macro, you want to keep these lines in mind. Mainly the vertical lines, not so much the horizontal lines. And whenever you take a landscape shot, do not line the horizon from now on up with the middle of your frame. Try and pick either the bottom or the top horizontal line for this. Because if you line the horizon up the middle of the horizon of the frame, it gives more of a half and half feel. Sometimes you're going for this, sometimes you're not, because half will be sky, half will be land. But you try and mix and match up the rule of thirds of your shots. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this how-to video. It was my first one, so don't judge that much. But feel free to judge me down in the comments if I did really bad or really good or just normal, as I probably just did. And tell me how this image looks because it's being shot on my iPhone 6s. So guys, whenever you're taking a picture, take the rule of thirds into mind. You can even enable it on your iPhone just by going through the camera settings. So you don't have to have a DSLR to start with this, you just do it with your cell phone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button. And guys, if you're a returning subscriber, click the like button. And I'll see you on Monday with a brand new video. Have a great weekend, guys.